Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, WWE back again for another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your WWE WrestleMania 37 prediction video. Yep, it is time for the Showcase of the Immortals to finally come here, our last for the year 2021. And we are here, we're here to give you guys my predictions and thoughts heading to the show, which obviously is going to be a pretty big deal, because obviously this is going to be the very first show in a while, a little over than a year, since we've actually had in-person events. So yeah, so needless to say, that's something to be looking forward to at last, to actually see legit live people, legit in the moment, in the crowd, for both of these nights coming up at WrestleMania 37. So at the time of recording this video, we are 2 days, 18 hours, 34 minutes, and 38 seconds away from the pay-per-view event itself at WrestleMania 37. So with this said, we are not going to wait. We're going to get this thing started right away to give you guys my predictions for the Showcase of the Immortals. So we shall get on to this and also address my rundown and, overall thoughts, scores, results over, Fastlane 2021, as well as a little extra bone to throw towards you guys, as well as an added part of my video, which obviously this actually should be the last time this should be happening, because hopefully from this moving forward, I will actually continue being consistent with my predictions and my reviews. So hopefully going forward, after this video, you shall see my full, inlet and, that's a weird choice of words, but you know what I mean. Its own sole review of its show. So hopefully, WrestleMania 37 will actually be the start of my whole stick of actually having my review and my predictions be their own thing. So let's hope that happens. Obviously, 9 times out of 10, that's going to happen, so yay. No more combining things. It's time to be legit business deals. Not like, okay, all jokes aside, seriously. So yeah. So first up, we're gonna judge on the reason why you're here, which is my predictions, before we jump on to my rundown of Fastlane, before we get the heck out of here, so we can get on to the actual show itself at WrestleMania 38. Not 38. That's next year. 37. Blah. All right. So with this said, let's go down to the bottom of the card on WWE.com, and we're going to get this thing started with the random women's tag team Turmoil tag team match that has these tag teams to go up at night 1, to go up to leap to night 2, to face up between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. So we have Naomi and Lana taking on Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, taking on the Riot Squad, taking on Natalya and Tamina. My prediction for this match is going to be for the team of Lana and Naomi to win this match, because they seem to be the most legitimate tag team out of the group. Which, even though you may argue yourself that the Riot Squad is the most legitimate team, because obviously they're the legit tag team, versus all the rest of these guys who just seem to be thrown together teams. Well, I could say that, and I do side with that, but storyline does not make sense here, and obviously they've been building up, more. Seems to be more the coattails seem to be more flowing along the lines behind Naomi and Lana. So that's why I'm going with them. But I would not. So I would say this: my prediction is for those two, but I would not be too surprised if the Riot Squad gets it. So the Riot Squad is going to be my second prediction. But even though my main full prediction is going to be for Naomi and Lana. So this match. To move on to night 2, because obviously I might as well address right here, because obviously it's not actually on the card right here on WWE.com, so I might as well address the right here, right now. So with this said in mind, if this actually does come true, it's gonna be Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler taking on Naomi and Lana. So with that said, my prediction for that match will be that I wouldn't be too surprised if Jax and Shayna Baszler retain, but I feel as if WWE should start to separate these guys, to actually go their separate ways, because, Shayna Baszler could do something more with herself, and she kind of seems held back with Nia Jax. there's Reginald too, who could potentially come in the ways of potentially screwing themselves up somehow if he gets involved somehow. So there's that as well. But me truly, I feel as if it's about time for WWE to finally end their tag team so we can finally go out of this thing. Which WWE seems to actually can use WrestleMania as this plot point of actually, using this whole show to do a bunch of shakeups. So, needless to say, this is how I'm hoping actually WWE can actually use WrestleMania as a whole to actually use its cleanup or shakeup method, actually, getting some fresh new blood into the business, heading into WrestleMania and heading out of WrestleMania so we can have some changes going in and heading out of WrestleMania so we, have something new, fresh going on, around the turmoils of obviously, having new fresh eyes coming to the WWE product through the eyes of Peacock users. So yeah, so there's that potentially. I don't know, but so going to the logic, I'm going to say right here, right now, while I wouldn't mind Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retain their championships here, I'm gonna go with Lana and Naomi to pull the surprise and actually get the win over those two to actually win the SmackDown, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. So there you go. So Naomi and Lana to win, obviously. Moving on next. We have Kevin Owens taking on Sami Zayn. My prediction for this match is going to be simply for Kevin Owens to win, even though I wouldn't mind seeing Sami Zayn to win, which I wouldn't actually. This is another match coming up pretty soon. This card actually may be a really, really match that actually might steal the actual shows, qualifying both nights. Mind you, so still, seriously, this and another match might actually pull the surprise, be a wow factor. So there's that. Because obviously, we know these guys can go, so hopefully they're going to go out there and actually show us a really good time between, Owens and Zayn. So either way, we're gonna get a good match out of these two. So while I wouldn't mind seeing Zayn win for whatever reason, I'm going to go Owens win the match. Next up, we have Intercontinental Championship match between Big E taking on Apollo Cruz in a Nigerian drum fight. My prediction for this match is going to be for Apollo Cruz to win this match. Well, but I wouldn't mind seeing Big E retain, which I'm probably sure he's not going to, because obviously Apollo Cruz needs this win, deserves this win to actually push himself further with his heel run and make himself more believable, which obviously he doesn't need to be more believable, because obviously so far so good. So yeah, so good thumbs up, 2 thumbs up so far for Apollo Cruz's run as a heel so far. So, but to add a bit more legitimacy to his heel run, to Cruz's heelish tactics, I'm gonna give the rub to Cruz for this time to actually give himself that rub, and also to give himself a WrestleMania win on the big lights at WrestleMania 37 to actually get that win. So there you go, Apollo Cruz for the win and that thing. But obviously, I would also mind for whatever reason if Big E wins this match as well. So, but still, Apollo Cruz to win. Next up, which is Big of the Devil of that second match I'm talking about earlier with Owens and Zayn, we have Cesaro and I was about to say Sheamus, but no, Seth Rollins. My prediction for this match is going to be for Cesaro to win this match, to actually get himself a big WrestleMania push, actually big momentum for himself, a big push behind himself. And what like I said for Apollo Cruz, where else to do it under the big lights at WrestleMania as a whole? But as of late, I've been hearing a lot of rumors saying, oh, Cesaro can still get that, even though he could take an L against Rollins, because Rollins deserves to freaking win, because he needs some momentum push behind his heel tactics, and blah, 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 blah. Yes, I see that too, but I don't think that should happen, because Seth Rollins, he's gonna be okay, guys. Cesaro needs to win. So Cesaro, go for the win. But still, if for some reason WWE gives the win to Rollins, I won't mind either, because obviously, like I said, these two are going to go out just like Owens and Zayn, and they're going to go out there and they're going to give us a solid matchup. So there you go. So regardless of what's going to happen in this match, I'm pretty sure we're going to be satisfied in the end, no matter who the hell is going to win the match. But still, my prediction is going to go towards Cesaro to win the match. So there you go. Cesaro to finally get a big push, and Cesaro to win the match. So there you go. Next up, we have the United States Championship match between Matt Riddle and Sheamus. My prediction for this match is that while I wouldn't be too surprised if Matt Riddle retains his title on the show, because obviously heading to the match, he's kind of been let alone the fact the champion being the underdog. Go figure. Seriously, go figure. But seriously, he's the one who's been kind of being the blends guy and beat down on Sheamus throughout these past couple weeks on Raw. And, continues to kill, because, not to be fair, because obviously, he's the freaking, he's at fault, because obviously, he goes at the freaking Sheamus, riding his little scooters, like, oh, I'm gonna freaking bug this dude, blah, 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 blah. Hey, Sheamus, yo, blah, 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 blah. Being Matt Riddle, Matt Riddle being Matt Riddle to Sheamus, being a stupid idiot, and, being a bro dude to Sheamus, being himself. So, he has himself the punishment for the pretty much being the one being at fault to actually be the reason for that being for his mishaps actually getting his ass beat constantly. But still, so while I wouldn't be too surprised if Matt Riddle retains this match for his championship here at WrestleMania, I'm going to stick by my others. I'm going to stick by what I think is going to happen. And the Sheamus is going to win this match. So, Sheamus to win this match, but I wouldn't be too surprised if Matt Riddle retains his championship. So, there you go. Sheamus to win. Next up, we have Braun Strowman taking on Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. My prediction for this match is going to be for Braun Strowman to win this match. And even though I can see Shane McMahon fighting dirty and actually, getting a dirty win in this match, because obviously, the logic, seriously, steel cage gonna keep people out. We all know that's not gonna happen. Literally, even Hell in a Cell matches sometimes doesn't stop people from coming in and actually interrupting matches as well. So yeah. So I'm going to say I'm gonna still stick strong, no pun intended, with my prediction, and I'm going to serve it strong. Well, once again, no pun intended, with it being Braun Strowman in this match, because obviously, he himself kind of also, just like Matt Riddle, he's kind of served himself to be, go figure, the big man is the underdog in this match, surprisingly enough, because Shane McMahon's kind of been the one to be, because obviously Braun Strowman's been kind of the one to be the glutton for punishment in this match. I mean, this feud so far, because obviously, Shane McMahon and constantly, Shane McMahon and freaking Elias and whoever I can't think of the guy's name at the moment, so my apologies. So those three guys kind of been calling, Braun Strowman stupid and blah, 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 making fun of stupidity and blah, 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 and how, pouring Nickelodeon slime on him, pretty much. This is a freaking episode of freaking Double Dare, head ass. Seriously, what the freak? Since when did I turn on freaking? Since when did I hop to the freaking DeLorean Back to the Future and gone back to the goddamn 90s? Seriously, point being, take me with you, please, take me with you. I want to go there. Take me with you. No, I'm playing, but seriously, who thought that was a good idea to freaking make Shane do that on freaking Raw that one time? Freaking pouring goddamn slime on Braun Strowman. Why? But seriously, so Braun Strowman's been kind of taking the one to kind of be the glue of punishment in this feud built up towards his match at WrestleMania between these two. So that's why I'm going to go with Braun Strowman to win this match against him and Shane McMahon. So here you go, Braun Strowman to win. Next up, we have Bad Bunny and Damian Priest taking to the team of Miz and Morrison. Hey, ho, ho. But still, my prediction for this match is going to be simple and clean. Kingdom Hearts reference. There you go. Anywho, but yeah, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison. Seriously, anyone's calling this from a goddamn mile away. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest are gonna win this match. So there you go. So Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, they're gonna have a big moment. Bad Bunny's gonna get his big spotlight moment, his time to shine. Finally, at once WrestleMania, so we can finally say his goodbye, so we can get the hell out of here, and so we don't have to see him again. Point being, if you like Bad Bunny, good for you. For me, I don't give a crap who the hell he is. I've never heard of him before WWE. Other than the fact that he had that one song after Booker T. Even then, I didn't even give a crap about that guy even then. So, Bad Bunny, adios. Come in WrestleMania, have your fun, and go away. Go away. So there you go. Hop away, get your carrot, and grab on to the golden carrot you have for this win, and hop away out of this match. And so freaking Damian Priest can actually get his time in the spotlight and actually give himself, some momentum also behind himself too. So, Bad Bunny, adios, Damian Priest, get ready for a push. Hopefully enough. So, Damian Priest and Bad Bunny for the win. Next up, we have the Raw Women's Championship match between Asuka and Rhea Ripley. My prediction for this match is going to be that while I wouldn't be too surprised if Rhea Ripley wins this match, because obviously there's been so much rumor saying, oh, Rhea Ripley can be the heel in this match, which apparently she is, and, you know, she can leave this match and potentially have some feud between Charlotte, and, you know, they can be a thing, and she can be the face, and all that jazz, and, you know, potentially, the likes of potentially Becky Lynch coming back, and, you know, her being a thing, and, you know, between maybe her or you know, Rhea Ripley, or hell, Rhea Ripley, Lynch, and freaking Charlotte. And just everything out of the blue can happen if freaking Rhea Ripley wins this match. But I honestly don't think it's gonna happen, because once again, Asuka has been a glutton of punishment as well. She hasn't really been that strong of a champion, let alone a fact. Because she's been the one who's been taking the freaking stick out of the beast from Rhea Ripley all this time, since they're kind of the short-handed feud continues to start between Ripley and Asuka. But as well, I can see why Rhea Ripley should win this match, because Asuka has not really defended the championship that well as of late, and it probably may deserve to be better on Rhea Ripley and maybe get a nice change of pace on Rhea Ripley. So, I can see this match ending going either way for either reason. But me personally, I'm going to stick with probably the more better option and let Asuka retain the match and go forward with herself with whatever the hell they have in mind. I don't know, but there's that. And also, Rhea Ripley just coming up in the main roster to win the freaking championship just like that. I mean, I know she's good, but nah, even the best of the best of NXT shouldn't be able to do that. So, no thank you. So, Asuka to retain her championship here, but for whatever reason, if Rhea Ripley needs to win this match, then by all means, go for it. So, go for it. Still, I'm going with Asuka to retain this championship and retain this match, and obviously to win this match right here at WrestleMania 37. So, Asuka to win. Now we got a big-ass squash match with The Fiend and Randy Orton. Needless to say, we all know what's going to happen in this match. The Fiend's going to win this match, so The Fiend for the win. So, needless to say, there you go. Fiend for the win. Short and sweet. Alright. Raw Tag Team Championship match between The New Day and taking on the team of AJ Styles and Omos. My prediction for this match is, while I would want The New Day to retain their championship here, I feel as if WWE's Watch is going to be going behind the lines of, you know, pushing this match. Here's the big highlight of this match is being Omos' in-ring debut, and because Vince McMahon loves his big-ass guys type stick still to this day for whatever goddamn reason why, we're gonna ride this match off with, you know, Omos being the big, you know, speculation of the biggest point of the match, and, you know, the big test point to see how good he could be in the ring and where he can actually go out of this match. So, AJ Styles and Omos are going to potentially most likely going to win this match and serve as a tester to see where Styles and Omos can go from here, heading out of this match actually correlating being a tag team. But as well, I see it being the other way around as well, because Omos and AJ Styles, even with the jokish kind of build we have here, it still kind of correlates the idea saying that Styles and Omos really don't correlate. They don't intertwine as a tag team, because Styles says one thing, Omos feels another way. So that may not work between Styles and Omos. So that could be a resulting factor of the New Day retaining the championships here at WrestleMania. But I'm going with the more logical reason that they did. It was most likely logical, output thinking wise of this match, and it's got a problem with going to Omos and Styles to win this match. So my prediction is those guys are going to win, but I wouldn't mind the New Day retaining. So there you go. Next up, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and Bianca Bel-Air. My prediction for this matchup is going to be that I feel as if Bianca Bel-Air is going to win this match, and we're going to get a heel turn from Sasha Banks, and that potentially could correlate to a further extension of this feud, potentially, maybe? I don't know. Maybe. So, there's that. So, yeah. And obviously enough, even if Sasha Banks doesn't go along with freaking Bianca Belair, Sasha could go and do her own thing, and Bianca could, have more other runs against someone else on SmackDown. So, whoever it may be. So, I don't know. But either way, I'm feeling as if Bianca Belair is going to retain, is going to win the championship here at WrestleMania 37, and Sasha Banks is going to most likely, for sure, going to be turned a full-on fledged heel. So, Sasha Banks loses the championship to Bianca Belair and turns heel. That's my full-on prediction. So, Bianca Belair to win the championship. There you go. Next up, we have the WWE Championship match between Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. My prediction for this match is going to be that Drew McIntyre is going to actually get the win here, and because WWE is going to use this as a kind of another tester to finally see how we apparently truly feel about Drew McIntyre as a whole, because of us not being able to have this actually last year at WrestleMania 36 in person, because obviously with him beating Brock Lesnar in a little over close to 5 minutes, when they had last year's WrestleMania, and now here, being behind closed doors then, with actually being around now, actually, in Raymond J. Stadium now, actually full-on crowd now, to see the reaction, how they're going to feel now with Drew McIntyre to win the championship. Then there, with this whole, years kind of, built and kind of championship run between Drew McIntyre, under his belt, going into this match, WWE's going to probably most likely have this moment be a tester to see how we actually feel about Drew McIntyre. Me personally, I like him. Yes, I do see him potentially getting kind of stale to some, because obviously we've seen him lose the championship and pick it up again, but yet again that's kind of WWE's that could just be WWE's stupid ass booking and just the booker's kind of stupidity for that reason of him losing the championship, like what was it, like once or twice in Randy Orton or some shit like that. So yeah, but that's just me personally. I don't feel as if Drew McIntyre, because people feel as if it's gonna be another Roman Reigns situation. I don't feel that way. Drew McIntyre, yes, he may be stale, and yes, he may be yes, he may be getting over some, but he's definitely not on Roman Reigns level. He's not. He's not being pushed down our throats that much, guys. He's not. So take a step back and chill for that. Because it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So, yeah. So, honestly, like I said, it's going to be a test burner to see how the masses feel, or how potentially that crowd reaction is going to feel when Drew McIntyre win this match, and see it go from there. But still, I feel as if, regardless of where it was at, or just the feud itself between Lashley and Drew McIntyre, I feel as if Drew McIntyre should win this match, because obviously Bobby Lashley, we've already seen the split of the Hurt Business already enough, which kind of already was kind of premature, because I feel as if that should have happened potentially the night after WrestleMania. So each men could go their own separate ways, or at least with what way they're going right now, Cedric Alexander and what the fuck? I don't know what the hell I just said. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin could actually still be a thing, and they could be a thing versus Bobby Lashley could go his own way. So that, or hell, Alexander and Benjamin can split. They can go their own separate ways, and they can just go their own thing. So yeah, but still. That should have happened to me. I feel as if that should have happened the night after WrestleMania, to be honest, and that it was too early for him to do it. But Vince will be Vince, so yeah, Vince will be Vince. So we got it early, so yeah. So Bobby Lashley can now potentially go off and do his own thing, wherever that may be, while Drew McIntyre can pretty much pick up where he left off, being WWE champion, go after and face whoever's next versus himself. Heading at WrestleMania season as a whole. So Drew McIntyre for the win overall. And now the final match on the card. We have Universal Championship match, triple threat match between Roman Reigns taking on Edge, taking on Daniel Bryan. My prediction for this match is going to be as I quote. Originally, I feel as if I wanted Edge to win this match, when it was Edge versus Roman Reigns, and then Daniel Bryan got into this match. So now I feel as if Daniel Bryan should win this match. But my prediction is still going to be that while I would love, I'm praying and I'm pleading for the smallest grain of sand, that chance that's possibly going to happen, Dan Bryan win this match. But my prediction of the utmost absurdity is going to be Roman Reigns is going to retain this match. Simple as that. Because WWE and everyone else has pretty much said it to the T. He's been the head of the table. His head of the table run has been the most strongest thing in the business right now. So why would you want to ruin that? His push has been too strong. His championship run has been well enough been established and way too intact for him to lose it. So why would he lose it here as well? Why would he lose here? Granted, Dan Bryan does not have to pin Reigns to make him look weak, because Bryan could either pin or submit Edge to get the win. So there's that. And vice versa. Edge in the case of Edge, win the championship for whatever reason. Edge doesn't need to freaking take out Reigns to win the match. He could take out Bryan to win the match, and make Reigns look strong, and not make him look weak by taking the L in the match. So each is their own for a reason of this match, but I feel as though I'm going to be in the most current and the most logical mindset of this match, and feel as if Roman Reigns' run is way too strong and is going way too good for himself to lose the championship here and now. But if the opportunity seems right, I am pleading, and I'm hoping it's going to happen here. And if it does, I am pleading, and I'm clawing, and I'm scratching, and I'm just begging and pleading that is going to be Daniel Bryan. So, Daniel Bryan, let's see what happens. So while I would love to see Daniel Bryan win this match, I am going to say that Roman Reigns is going to win this match overall. So, with this done and said out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for watching this video for my WrestleMania 37 prediction video. Once again, this should be the time of which I'm going to get hopping back to my usual format on the channel, with my prediction videos and my reviews coming up, coming back to back. So no more having these extended double in one videos. So hopefully no longer will I have that anymore. So there's that. And so with this said, I think once again I thank y'all for watching this pretty lengthy video, because I know it's gonna be pretty lengthy, because obviously it's WrestleMania. WrestleMania videos are pretty lengthy as they are, because obviously we got a bunch of shit to talk about, and obviously enough. We got 2 nights of shit. We got 2 nights of this crap to go over in one video. So there you go. But still, I also once again thank y'all for watching. And if you guys are gonna tune out now, and if you guys are gonna tune out, this is all you care for, then I thank y'all for watching once again. And I'll see you guys next time for my review of WrestleMania 37. So once again, if you're gonna tune out, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. And now we're going to jump onto the second latter half of the video, which is going to be my Fastlane 2021 rundown. So with this said, let's get this thing started, shall we? So with this said, we have Matt Riddle taking on Mustafa Ali for the United States Championship match. My prediction for this match was for Ali, but since WWE could go for a 50-50 booking with the since Riddle seems to be always getting the W and slithering away from Ali / Retribution, my bad. From Ali / Retribution, every chance he's had a match against them as of late on Raw. And to maybe set up a rematch to let Riddle win it back at Mania, but overall wouldn't be too surprised if Riddle retains. Well, obviously that's not the case, because obviously we have Riddle and Sheamus at Mania, so go figure. With that said, Riddle won this match, and my prediction score 0-1. And my thoughts of this match was, well, since I was too busy trying to figure out if I was actually going to be able to watch the show on my living room TV from it becoming officially fried, at least we think, as right now it's still being the case because obviously our living room TV is still acting up, even at the time of recording this video. So yay for that. So I'm gonna rely on my laptop watching WrestleMania. So yay for old school TVs, me having an old school TV actually finally for it being fried. Yay me. But anyways, that's that point. I really only saw maybe the last 3 or 5 minutes of it after signing it into it on my laptop. Also, RP Retribution, good riddance as far as I'm concerned. Never seemed to really go or get anywhere since their hyped up arrival, and maybe time to see where these actual faces of this failed group go from here, perhaps. Which we have yet to see. We have yet to see any members of Retribution at this point since Ali, kind of this pretty much group fall apart. So will we see everybody back on the main roster, or will they just go back to NXT? That's to be seen. So yeah, blah. Anywho's, moving on next. We have Bianca Bel-Air and Sasha Banks taking on the team of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. My prediction for this match is for Jax and Baszler to win, because of Banks and Bel-Air truly going at Mania, maybe with a Banks heel turn post-match. Anywho's, my prediction was correct, as Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler won via rope pin, and my score of this match turned out to be tied at 1-1. And my thoughts was definitely have more fun watching this match than their last match I was gonna say Extreme Rules, blah, Elimination Chamber. But I wish the ending could have been better than what it was. Seriously was about to be shocked, and Banks and Bel-Air got the win here and with that Banks statement. But oh wells. The end result was we knew was coming, had to come somehow, and this is the way they ended it. This is the way they ended up doing it, I suppose. So there you go. Next up, we have Vicky taking on Paula Cruz for the Intercontinental Championship match. My prediction for this match was for Big E to win, but wouldn't be too surprised if Cruz got the win here if WWE wants E to win it back at WrestleMania, which kind of makes him look weak in that regard, to be honest. So I instead think this match will end in a way that will get us a rematch with these two at Mania, to let Cruz get the win there instead, to let Cruz move on from this and let E go on to better things with a single run, which is essentially what I said during their prediction for WrestleMania. So there you go. Past me has my same mindset going, future me going towards WrestleMania 37. Go figure. So yeah. Big E won this match, so my prediction score 2-1, and my thoughts of this match was match sadly went on a little shorter than expected, but definitely had some high-paced action to kick it off, and just seemed to end in a way that makes us get the rematch at WrestleMania. Only this time to get the real showdown with these two, with this match just being a small taste of what they'll have to offer at WrestleMania. So there you go. Next up, we have Elias taking on Braun Strowman, which originally was going to be Shane McMahon and Braun Strowman here at Elimination Chamber, but that did not happen because apparently Shane McMahon being a little wussy and actually tearing his freaking leg or doing some shit earlier in the night, saying, "Oh, I can't wrestle, freaking." So we're gonna have Elias. You're gonna be stepping up instead, face Braun Strowman instead. So there you go. Which obviously there was a big, which even having the match was kind of a big thing, because obviously heading to the show, it was kind of speculated whether or not we're going to have the match or not. So we were looking to do even have this match to begin between Strowman and Elias to begin with. So there you go. Anywho, Strowman was my prediction, and he won this match. So my prediction score 3-1. And my thoughts was match seemed to last longer than I thought, but still was used. Wait, what? Let me rephrase this. Match seemed to last longer than I thought, but it still was used for me as a bit of a notification checking break from the show. Nothing bad or anything, but just what you expect out of this kind of match, up to say the least. So there you go. Next up, we have Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Seth Rollins. My prediction for this match was for Seth Rollins to win, to get some momentum under him heading into WrestleMania to face Cesaro. My prediction for this match came true, as my prediction score turned out to be 4-1. Excuse me. And my thoughts was match seemed to go on for so long, so much that it maybe that and so much that it maybe it made me, I said maybe, made me sort of fall asleep to it. Not to say the match was bad or anything, but what just seemed to stretch for a very lengthy time. Also, no Cesaro show up. Hopefully, we'll see him pop up and face off with Rollins in no time. So, with that said, after the show was over, I went back and rewatched this match. So, after I rewatched the match, I had this. Not as long as I thought it was during the live show, but definitely a fast-paced, fun match to see between these two, to say the least. So, there you go. Next up, we had Drew McIntyre taking on Sheamus in a no-holds-barred match. My first match was for McIntyre to win, to get him some momentum heading into his match with Lashley at Mania, but also could see Lashley helping out Sheamus or post-match beatdown on Drew. My prediction was correct, as Drew McIntyre won this match, and my prediction score was 5-1. And my thoughts was, unfortunately, fell asleep before this match went anywhere, but did catch the ending. But from the ending highlights, can tell these two went to town together in this match to let Drew have some fighting spirit heading into Mania. So once again, after I rewatched the match, I have this to say. Couldn't agree more with my minor notes from the live show. These two went at it throughout the dome, and definitely show how each of their matches against one another just keep on going, being ones that don't disappoint against one another. So good job, guys. To say the least, good job between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Those matches has always been high top notch and never disappointed. So good job, guys. So okay. Next up, we have Alexa Bliss taking on Randy Orton. My prediction for this match was for Bliss to win. But this isn't really going to be a match as much as it's just a way to bring back The Fiend and start up a feud with him and Orton heading to WrestleMania. My prediction came true, because of course it did, and my prediction score was 6-1, and my thoughts was match served its purpose of getting The Fiend back into action in time for Mania, which they could have made him look a bit better or different really, but what else are they going to make him look like? Kind of like the double contacts he's got going on and the burnt skin-like features, but kind of wish the mask was a bit, if not completely different. Now to see where WWE has in store for this heading into WrestleMania. So, hey. Anywho's, next up, we have, for the final match on the card, we have Roman Reigns taking on Daniel Bryan for the Universal Championship. My prediction for this match was for Reigns to win, but just as a prediction, as I see this match ending similar to how Cruz and E did to get us a triple threat match with Edge, Bryan, and Reigns at Mania, which we obviously do have, so go figure. My prediction came true, as Roman Reigns did retain his match, and my prediction score out of this match to end the show was 7-1. And my thoughts out of this match was, what a match to say the least. The more it kept going, the more I so wanted Bryan to get the win. But we got the ending we were expecting to get to the triple threat match at WrestleMania with a potential heel Edge to boot to perhaps, which obviously we do have heel Edge, which is kind of, I think it's a tweener thing. It's up for interpretation. You want heel Edge, you got heel Edge. You're just saying you want a more aggressive regular superstar Edge to head into the match. You have a more aggressive Edge heading into the match for you to support. So there you go. So yeah. So point being, we got what we wanted. We have Edge, Edge, Reigns, and Bryan at Mania. So there you go. So needless to say, my prediction score overall, like I said, for my total score, was 7 wins and 1 loss. And my overall thoughts on the show to close out the video as a whole here for my WrestleMania 37 predictions is, as I quote, for a show that was really unnecessary to have heading into Mania, it was at least better than Elimination Chamber, and overall was a decent watch to say the least, heading into the showcase of the Immortals overall. So with this now set and done, ladies and gentlemen, this has officially concluded my WrestleMania 37 prediction video and my minor brief rundown of Fastlane 2021. And with as I said before, hopefully going forward we shall have both prediction videos and more reviews coming up as their own separate things moving forward on the channel. So So yeah, how more can I say, guys? I held you more long enough with both my WrestleMania predictions and this overall. So I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm just gonna wrap things up here. And without further ado, WrestleMania is finally here at last, coming up. Needless to say, heading to the show, it's just not that hypeful, but WrestleMania is WrestleMania, so there's just that teensy little bit part of me saying it's WrestleMania season, and there's a bit of myself just at being hyped for that reason. But overall, let's see if WWE actually gives us a good show, to say the least, for night 1 and night 2. So with this said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start rambling. I've been here way too long enough, and I'm going to get the heck out of here. So I'm going to send you guys on your way to WrestleMania 37, and I'll see you guys next time for my review of the Showcase of the Immortals here on the channel, coming up right after, as soon as possible, right after the show ends on the, I was going to say WWE Network, but no, it's going to be on Peacock now. So go get your Peacock account now to actually watch WrestleMania 37, because obviously WWE Network, as much as the United States is officially gone. So yeah, so go get Peacock and go watch WrestleMania right now. I do not know how much of a freaking plug I am for WWE, but still. Needless to say, I am done rambling. I'm going to get the hell out of here. So as I said, gentlemen, I think I'll watch it, and I'll see you guys next time for my review of WrestleMania 37 as a whole. So with that, gentlemen, I'm Subject 13, and I'm signing out. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.